What does pun glorify that actually isn't that great in practice? NSFW. Finger banging in the worst possible way, i.e. long nails, and pistoning like it's a dung. The difference between stuffing a turkey and summoning a genie. Nonchalantly going from hole to hole. Do you want BV? Because this is how you get BV. Actually, what I don't get is how the hell they don't end up with it even after cleaning and prep and all. It can't be 100% clean. Lesbians with terrifying fake nails. Please don't finger me with those nails. I'm scared. I can't stand looking at guys ducking crushing tits. Like they grab them and squeeze the hell out of them and it looks so painful. Titties are not like thigh or as fat. It hurts like hell if you squeeze them too hard. A week before I get my period, my boobs are always so extremely sensitive. Like, it hurts like hell just taking off my bra or bending down to pick something up. I can't even imagine the pain I would feel if someone would crush my boobs like that. Ugh, it gives me chills all over. Wow, I had no idea tits are this sensitive. Cable guys. Yeah, they never show up on time. You mean they never come on time? Is no one going to mention the double-handed Indian burn hand jobs given all the time? If your hands are dripping with lube, that's cool. Otherwise it's like you're desperately trying to get the label off of a soda bottle. For the longest I used to jack off without lube until I bought some and realized what I had been missing for so long. Also, it doesn't feel good when you got someone who can move their hand like a jackhammer. The friction ducking sucks lol. I've done both and TBH the lube isn't worth the extra cleanup for me. The crazy FX positions. It's fun for a second, but then it gets awkward and your legs/arms get tired. LMAO. There are not enough bananas in the world to relieve the leg cramps produced in these situations. SX on the beach, sand, or in a pool. Also those standing positions that are not very efficient. I've always wondered about that. Like rolling around in the sand while sweating doesn't sound like a good time. Especially if some sand enters her. Meh. 6 months and it turns into a pearl. All those weird positions where the dong is bending nearly 90. As a man that gets a rock hard erection, trying any of these literally pains me into being flaccid again. Some dudes don't get super hard, and I can understand that being possible. But I have heard too many stories of penile fracture to try some crazy stunt and end up with a broke dong. When you're fingering her and she moans like a motorbike, not gonna lie, I was holding back my laughter. Me and this is to go even further beyond. Inserts 4 fingers. Having trouble picturing this, but next time my wife starts stroking me, I'm gonna start going vroom vroom and see how she reacts. I suspect badly, but I gotta know. Losing your virginity gets a lot better after the 4th time. Dang. I only lost mine once. Yanking the head back by the hairy far while doing doggy. Shti is so bad for your neck. A lot of positions in pun are great for camera, but as a woman I can tell you some positions won't feel like anything. Much less girls scream moaning 2 seconds after they first start being stimulated. This is why I do not like pro pun so much, but amateur stuff. The exaggerated screaming is a turn off. Wait. So you mean when a man places a hand on a woman's breast she doesn't instantly explode in convulsive orgasms? I find that hard to believe. Anal with no lube. Never tried it, but if I was to do so, no way that shti's going in dry. That could cause legit injury. You can easily tear the inner tissues and get an infection, and that can't be good. Cum fountain splattering all over the place. Her face. Her hair, the couch, the carpet. That's usually the guy on some serious semen producing vitamins. Legit, they are no joke, and they do work, because I take them. Skipping straight to SX. I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes all you gotta do is breathe in my direction and I'm ready to go, but most of the time I need foreplay. Lesson of the day: don't underestimate the foreplay, it could change everything. Also stop assuming that if it feels good for you, it must feel good for your partner too. Make sure you're there okay with being folded up like a lawn chair before you attempt to do it. Every time I see a video where a guy just rips a girl's pants off and dives straight in, makes me cringe for her. That's like a dry slip and slide, bro. Don't do that to your coworkers. Incest. Yeah, it's overrated. My sister isn't even hot, but his mom is a looker. There are no hot MILFs looking for a hookup in my area. Ducking in front of the salad. If we can watch a salad dress, the salad can watch us undress. The unreal amount of pleasure involved is indicated by the extreme screaming and moaning. Like sex is awesome. But that awesome? Really? Really? Scissoring it is really hot. But it's also an awful way to try to get off unless the two vulvas involved are set up in a very specific way and nobody has large labia. I used to think scissoring was just a pun thing. But then my ex told me she did it all the time and demonstrated it and everything. So now I'm confused. It seems impractical, but maybe it feels good. IDK. Surprise gropings, it does not end well. Ugh. I had a gay friend who loved tacoing us girls and just going up and shoving his fingers up into our crotch as a joke. Like how guys punch each other in the balls. It really hurt. The one time it happened to me and I turned around and just kicked him in his balls. He stopped after that. Edit. I pointed out that my friend was gay because he used that to justify his actions and people excused him for being abusive because of it. I don't condone his actions. I reported him and they called it playing around like friends do. He got expelled later on due to a sexually assaulting a football player in the locker room and sent to an alternative school. Stepping on her face while doing her from behind seems a tad disrespectful. Huge dongs. For a very small number of people it works great. For most people it's just a lot of lube. Going slow. Discomfort. Going slow. Hitting a bad angle. Changing it up. Going slow. And not being able to hit the clit with the body. Looks good on camera, I guess. And easier to get a lot of those pun angles. Big dongs in pun, like everything in pun, are about what men want, not what women want. Like, size queens exist, but every female friend I've spoken to about this prefers a more modest package. Plus there's the phenomenon of hung guys thinking their big dong is God's gift to womankind and put zero effort in. Hair pulling and slapping, being a part of nearly every mainstream pun vid you see. Don't get me wrong, I love having my head slammed into the wall on occasion. But if we are just hooking up for the first time and I haven't explicitly said so, what on earth makes you think it's okay to just slap me in the face or rip my hair out? I think a lot of people assume that's just a normal part of sex now. Sex with strangers without condoms. Honestly, there's way less sex with strangers than you think. The same couples will post 30 videos of random guy from Tinder, comes in my peewee, but they've clearly been together long enough to make 30 videos lol. Oh wow. I just noticed this last night. I found a video called something like guy gives girl unwanted cream pie, and then I found a bunch more videos with very similar titles, and it was always the same two people doing the exact same thing in every video with only minor variations in the dialogue. I'm starting to think this is all a setup and those cream pies were planned in advance. Gangbangs. They are probably extremely awkward and smell like butt. Yeah. I saw a post where someone in the industry said that the sets smell like ass, pus, body odor, and nasty vag. Loud, bombastic, over the top sex. Some people are loud, some people like it rough, and some people are really aggressive, but not nearly as many as pun portrays. Not every guy has a 10-inch horse clock, and not every woman is a 110 slut dying to consume aforementioned clock. Most sex is tentative, clumsy, and vulnerable. If it doesn't feel like your sex life is a constant puno, that's probably a good thing. But too many people, especially younger folks, don't know that. I know it's cheap to blame a larger social problem on pun, but it sure ain't helping. The doggy style jackhammer. I'm not talking about rough ducking. I'm talking about a death metal drum machine pace. I have not met a woman who got anything out of that. My ex-GF's favorite SX position was doggy. The rougher it was, the more she enjoyed it. I'm more for gentle SXing, but she absolutely melted when death metal drum machine pace was involved. I don't understand either. What 90% of people are forgetting in this thread is that everyone likes different things lol. My girlfriend is the same. Would probably duck a jackhammer if it were physically possible. And we both like a bunch of stuff other people in this thread have said are unrealistic or not pleasurable. People be freaky man haha. Getting laid in unrealistic scenarios. Thanks for fixing my plumbing issues. How can I ever repay you? Start sucking dong no bitch pay me for my work or I'm gonna get evicted. Getting stuck in the washing machine. I've been here for 3 days waiting for my stepbrother. Send help. Surprised it hasn't been said yet. Rosebudding. Rosebudding is essentially an anal prolapse. More and more increasingly in pun films. It's becoming way too popular. Rosebudding is seen as something sexy and something that every woman who engages in anal sex should strive to do. It's not sexy. It's not healthy. It requires surgery to fix. And no one should ever try to achieve this or encourage someone else to. Like this video and this good boy will be your mailman forever. We are Redditation and we redditate every day. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. Until then, check another video or don't. Either way, have a wonderful day you magnificent people.